Welcome to my new initiative talking about history. This is something interesting these days because a large number of Indians, particularly, are so keen to understand or know about the past that they start actually looking at things which did not even exist in the past. The enthusiasm to go back to the past is so intense that you create your own history. You create your own history through WhatsApp, circulate ideas through WhatsApp, and within a day or two, with wide sharing, that particular imagined fact about the past becomes a fact of history. And for people like us who have been struggling to create history through facts, interpreting my own way, well, that is can be questioned, but that interpretation is based on existing facts, not on imagined facts. So with this sort of background, I thought, let me engage with people through this medium as well, and try to understand, try to tackle those questions which are in wide sort of debate, and questions like how to learn from the past. My question is that you don't have to actually learn from the past alone. History is surely meant to be learned, but you have to unlearn a lot of things, because the past is not really sacrosanct. Everything in the past is not worth emulating. Everything is in the past is not worth salvaging. So you need to unlearn lots of things. The point which I am trying to make is that we are going back to the past again and again for things which did not exist in the past at all, which are not worth emulating, which are not worth pursuing for your present, because you feel, some of us feel, that a particular imagined fact from the past, or even actual fact from the past, can be used for the advancement of your concerns today, the political concerns, the social concerns, etc. So you try to legitimize that sort of past every day. So that's what I'm trying to question. You need to understand the past, you need to learn, you need to unlearn. History is not just a bland, unadulterated stuff which you can just take up anytime and use. History need to be understood. History need to be sifted. Lots of things need to be taken out, and lots of things can be used for our pursuit of our present and future. Second thing which we generally find quite often is that we look for heroes in the past. And I'm not actually going to talk about remote past or medieval past, which is one of the most important histories for us, because most of the current issues are related to medieval India, for good or for bad, we all know that. So I'm not going to touch that particular period very much. I will connect only with the recent past. Recent means the past 100 years, maybe from the Indian freedom struggle onwards. But still, one can talk about the search for heroes. Now we go back to the past and look for heroes for the present, without understanding that these heroes will come with their weaknesses, because they belong to a particular period, they belong to a particular phase of history, and that particular period is relevant to some extent, but not so relevant to a great extent. So you cannot really find a hero who will come unblemished for 2021, because 2021 is a different history, is a different world altogether. So you cannot use heroes from the past just like that. You may emulate them to some extent, but you cannot install them as role models for 2021. That you can't do. So there are examples. I don't want to take names, because we all know what sort of heroes we look forward to all the time. So I need to understand history in that context. Third important thing which we keep hearing all the time these days is the question of the idea of nationalism. What is nationalism? We do not understand that nationalism is not something which we inherited from our ancient past, because ancient past did not have this whole modern idea of European nationalism, no, which we got as inheritance from Europe, not from India. Our inheritance from the past can be cultural, civilizational inheritance, which we all cherished, most of it. But nationalism is a modern category, which we inherited from Europe from the late 19th century onwards. During the freedom struggle, we went through intense churning, no, and redefined that European nationalism to suit our own interest, no, during our battle against British colonialism. So that redefinition of nationalism was based on our own realities. Our realities were that we were multilingual, we were multicultural, we were multi-religious. No? We were a diverse country which belonged to so many traditions, cultural, linguistic, religious, etc. So with that idea in view, we went through intense churning and redefined that nationalism which we got from Europe, and that nationalism we call by different names. We call it composite nationalism, we call it indivisible nationalism, we call it pluralism. So all that which we inherited during freedom struggle, after freedom struggle, we used for several decades after independence, and that was our inheritance, that was our strength. That diverse idea of nationalism, this diversity was our strength. Unfortunately, today that strength has become our weakness. Today we want to see everything as a monolith, as if India is one India, one language, one religion. No, everything is one. I don't see it as our strength, because our strength is our diversity, and our diversity is our unity. We need to be united, but we need to be diverse as well. If we try to finish off that diversity and just want to see as India belonging to one culture, one religious tradition, one scientific tradition, no, on that count we are actually doing a lot of disservice to our own country, to our own people. So our nationalism is diverse. It is not based on hatred. It's based on empathy, as Gandhi defined it. No, Gandhi very clearly said that our nationalism doesn't need an enemy. We don't have to hate anybody to actually call ourselves a nationalist. So these are few issues which I will try to tackle in the coming few days. And this was a beginning. I thought I should point out what exactly I have in mind, and there will be lots of other issues which will come up and which will surely share in the coming few days. Thank you so much.